Hello, I'm Who Are We, and today we'll explore how visual attention, saccadic eye movements, cognitive suppression, and object-based visual search are connected. We will cover findings from 5 essential studies by Posner and Cohen in 1984, Abrams, Chasteen, and Pratt in 1998, Irwin and Carlson-Radvansky, 1996, Shepard and Metzler in 1970, and Metzler, McCool, and Park in 2005. These works have been foundational in shaping our understanding of how attention is directed, how movement variability changes with age, and how visual memory is suppressed during rapid eye movements. So the first study, Visual Orienting and Attentional Shifts by Posner and Cohen in 1984. We start by revisiting the attentional shift model developed by Michael Posner and Cohen in 1984, which describes how attention moves from one point to another in visual space. In their seminal study, Posner introduced a cueing task to demonstrate how attention shifts in response to external cues and how this affects reaction times. Figure 1 from the paper provides a detailed look at their cueing paradigm, where participants were instructed to shift their attention to a target location based on a cue. Reaction times decreased significantly when the cue accuracy predicted the target's location. Posner's research emphasized that attention operates as a spotlight that can be directed voluntarily or reflexively to different parts of the visual field. This idea of covert orienting, shifting attention without moving the eyes, laid the foundation for modern attention research. The second study we're going to be talking about is Aging and Saccadic Eye Movements by Abrams, Chasteen, and Pratt, 1998. Next, we delve into the study by Abrams, Chasteen, and Pratt, 1998, which investigates how aging affects the control of saccadic eye movements, the quick, jerky movements that allow us to focus between different objects. So, when you do focus on an object, essentially your eye will do a little twitch, let's just call it. That's basically what a saccade is. It's very important for a multitude of things, especially depth. So, the research compared, it's actually very cool when you look into saccades and pigeons. That's another study I need to delve into. But their research compared younger and older adults' eye movements, revealing that older adults exhibited more variability in the force pulses that drive these saccades. Despite this, the overall patterns of saccade production were similar across age gaps, indicating that the basic motor control mechanisms for eye movements remain intact, though slightly impaired with age. Figure 2 from the study illustrates the differences in peak velocity between younger and older adults, showing how older adults experience more variability in acceleration during saccades, or saccades, whatever you want to call it. This research is essential for understanding how motor control systems change with age, which has implications for designing tools to assist older adults in tasks that require rapid shifts in visual attention, such as driving or navigating busy environments. Three, cognitive suppression in eye movements, Irwin and Carlson-Radvansky, 1996. Irwin and Carlson-Radvansky, 1996, focused on cognitive suppression during saccadic eye movements, particularly how the brain handles visual information when we make quick eye movements. Their experiments demonstrated that during a saccade, visual input is suppressed to prevent the brain from processing blurred or conflicting images. This ensures that our visual perception remains stable even though our eyes are rapidly moving. Figure 3 in this paper illustrates how suppression periods coincide with saccadic movements, showing that during these movements, the brain temporarily blocks out visual input to maintain clarity in perception. This study is crucial for understanding how our brain filters out unnecessary visual noise, which is important in environments where rapid visual shifts occur, such as during sports or driving. Our fourth study now, Mental Rotation and Cognitive Processing by Shepard and Metzler in 1970. Let's shift our focus to the study, which explored the concept of mental rotation, the ability to rotate 2 or 3-dimensional objects in the mind to determine if they're congruent. In their classic experiment, participants were shown pairs of 3D objects, and they had to decide whether the objects were the same or mirror images. Reaction times increased linearly with the degree of rotation required, indicating that participants mentally rotated the objects to match them, illustrating that the more an object had to be rotated in the mind, the longer it took for participants to respond. This research helped establish the idea that visual and spatial reasoning require active mental manipulation, a process that can be influenced by factors such as cognitive load and visual working memory. Shepard and Metzler's work has had far-reaching implications in fields such as cognitive psychology, neuroscience, and education. Study 5, Attention, Reaction Time, and Accuracy by Prinsmetal, McCool, and Park. Let's discuss this study, which examined the relationship between attention, reaction time, and accuracy in visual tasks. The researchers aimed to distinguish between different types of attentional mechanisms by comparing tasks that require either speed or accuracy. They found that when participants were instructed to prioritize accuracy, they exhibited slower reaction times, but higher success rates in identifying visual stimuli. Conversely, when speed was prioritized, accuracy decreased, highlighting the speed-accuracy trade-off. Figure 5 from the study demonstrates the speed-accuracy curve, where faster responses resulted in more errors, while slower, more deliberate responses led to higher accuracy. This research contributes to our understanding of how different attentional strategies can influence a task performance, particularly in high-stakes environments where both speed and accuracy are critical, such as in medical diagnostics or air traffic control. In conclusion, these 5 foundational studies provide a comprehensive view of how attention, movement, and memory interact to shape our perception of the world. From Posner's attentional shift model to the motor control variability and aging explored by Abrams et al., we see how cognitive processes such as suppression, mental rotation, and attentional focus are essential for navigating complex visual environments. The implications of these findings are vast, influencing areas like user interface design, elderly care, education, and even safety systems. By understanding how attention and movement work together, we can better develop tools and strategies to enhance cognitive performance across different domains and populations. Anyways, I'm Who Are We, and this concludes our lecture on the intersection of visual attention, movement, and cognitive processes. I encourage you to review the figures from these studies to gain a clear understanding of the experimental setups and findings. Thank you.